Morning guys, this is a quick update video for anybody following the carbon wing repair. This is part 2. So I neglected to take pictures in a video of bonding in the hard points, but you can see them right there. They're poplar dowels, and poplar is an ideal wood, even by a AC 4313 publication, as it's got better compressive strength than Sitka spruce. Otherwise, you can see a jig here that I made up, and that bolts on via those two holes to that profiled block, and I've laid everything out, and I use that to bond in the dowels at 90 degrees to the upper plane, just so that we can pass bolts through that are perpendicular to the one surface. We're not working with a flat surface on the bottom, so we just had to pick something that was 90 degrees that we could work from. Otherwise, those dowels were potted in with epoxy fairing compound, which seems to have good compressive strength. And we neglected to, actually I made a decision not to build up the spar and the caps like originally planned. And the reason being is we did a pour in place closed cell urethane foam pour, and we carved it down to be flush with the upper surface. And the reason being is with a core material like closed cell urethane foam, not to be confused with the single component foams, we're basically getting infinite ribs and infinite spars front to back. So in consideration of weight, what this thing is, and cost, we went that route. Otherwise, once the foam was in place, we rough cut it down with a utility knife, and then once it was close to being level, I switched over to this sanding jig right here. It's just a flat piece of 3/4 by, or I guess dimensional is 1x3 wood, or 1x2 wood, and I put some stick-on PSA discs on there, and they measured about 50 thousandths of an inch lower, which works out to about 5 plies of glass. So we mixed up thixotropic paste of glass spheres or fumed silica. I don't know what it is because I took the label off. All I know is it's not polyethylene fibers. So we mixed up 5 ounces of resin, and then we made a thixotropic paste, and we squeegeed that into all the cells on the foam on the surface. And then we laminated 5 plies of 10-ounce e-glass on top, and I did a couple more plies at the front here, and those were cut at 45 degrees to the bias for good drapability. You'll notice here I've trimmed some of this back, and that's all going to get discarded. We want to sand down so we're pretty much level with the upper surface. We're going to need a little bit of fairing compound, not much, maybe 30 thousandths of an inch, and we'll use this stainless steel straight edge here, which is 1.5 thousandths guaranteed accuracy over its 36-inch length. So we'll put that on top, and we'll show you a couple of tricks to apply a filler material without having to do excess sanding. And you basically want to put in the accurate amount of filler first, as opposed to underdoing it or overdoing it and then having to sand or scuff sand and then reapply. Otherwise, this is all we have for now. You can see the glass to resin ratio is very good, and no visible voids or air pockets. We just got some loose material here from cutting off some flash, but we've got a great bond, a great appearance, and it should make the next couple of steps go that much easier. All right, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.